Lenzy, Dad, happy 80th birthday. As a fellow extrovert, I thought it was only appropriate that I would be the one to kick off this video. So of course there are a few things that I want to say, and as an extrovert, I'm going to try and keep this short. I met you 14 years ago on Woodland Street. And from the minute I walked into the kitchen, you made me feel like I was part of the family. And you didn't even know yet whether or not I was going to be a part of the family because I had just started dating your son. Nonetheless, we started talking, and of course, we didn't stop. And I asked Bruce, so how do you think that went? Do you think your dad liked me? Because it was kind of important. And Bruce said, I couldn't get a word in edgewise. I think that's probably a pretty good sign. There are so many things that I would like to say to you. Okay. I didn't have the best relationship with my father, and I was blessed enough to marry into a situation where I think I got probably one of the best fathers I could. Because of you and your quiet inspiration, I went back and got my master's degree. That wouldn't have happened if you weren't a part of my life. Because of you, I married, I think, the man of my dreams. And because of you, I'm just simply a better person all around. I'm blessed to know you, and I'm blessed to call you my dad.
Blessed? You feel blessed? You feel lucky? I am lucky. I was sitting in the pound, man. Skinny, feeling no love, days away from peeing on that big shrub in the sky. They was gonna euthanize me. Then, just when I thought I was done for, I looked up and I saw an angel. I never seen an angel with no hair before. But there he was, the human who was about to give me a new leash on life. So if anyone deserves to talk about this guy, it's me. I mean, this cat is cool, man. And coming from me, that's big, because I usually prefer to chew on cats. So sit back and let me tell you a few things about this guy. This dude started out from very humble beginnings. They used to call him Sonny. Did you know he was actually born Roman Lenzy Wallace? Yeah, now you know why he was okay with Sonny. At some point early on, he switched it to Lenzy and, it stuck. He was the oldest of this crew. They loved having him as their big brother. As a kid, his mom would sometimes take him with her when she worked cleaning the homes of affluent suburbians in West Hartford. One affluent suburban housewife took such a shine to his superb work ethic that she promised to make him her chauffeur when he grew up. Fortunately for her, this wasn't meant to be, for, you see, my human is, well, directionally challenged. No sense of direction. It's really sad, isn't it? Sometimes it's so bad, I have to drive. Breaking out of Hartford, he joined the Navy where other people navigate for you. He returned to Hartford after his service to his country with some skills, man. A guitar-playing electrician's mate ready to take on new challenges. Now, some of you out there might know, as I do, that the definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Let's examine this in the case of my human. He's been very lucky in life. Preparation, meet opportunity. Preparation, meet opportunity. Preparation, meet opportunity. Yeah, you see, the good Lord supplies everything you need in life just when you need it most. But I digress. Where was I? Yeah, back in the Navy. Lucky, that's me. Right, so one day, like a bolt of lightning that zapped the hair off his head, an idea came raining down out of the sky. The words that have driven him throughout his life took seed. He was married by now, and with a family to feed, he realized that higher education would be the key to eating something better than the stuff he feeds me on a daily basis. Someone said it couldn't be done, so he would do it. He would teach. He would accept the challenge and rewards of shaping the next generation. He would mold impressionable young minds. He would impart wisdom. He would bestow upon them the same seeds of inspiration that he himself had discovered. And speaking of seeds, he would start his experimentations on these three innocents. Later in life, he got the chance to fine-tune teaching his craft on this kid too. He taught his kids how to dress for every occasion. He spoke the words and he modeled the behaviors too. Anytime my human is standing in front of someone, it's a teaching moment. My human is not only a teacher, but a practitioner of his many pearls of wisdom. For example, a lover of animals. One of his earliest pets was this mutt. As first efforts go, pretty good, I'd say. This Tinkerbell was clearly a stereotypical sophomoric attempt. Doesn't even know whether to pee on that tire or chew on it. And these devil-eyed twins were a bad social experiment gone terribly awry. But if you follow my human's philosophy, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You'll eventually be rewarded with sheer perfection. These people never chewed on a slipper, but, you know, they have something to say.
It's actually kind of funny because, you know, as I've gotten older, you begin to think about what it is that you've learned from your parents, and you hopefully evolve and grow and so forth. And, you know, little things like whenever I talk to my sister Kathy on the phone, she always says, "You sound just like Dad, it's amazing." And
Dad taught us a lot of things growing up. He taught us, through all of his accomplishments, hard work, dedication, perseverance are traits that are very valuable in life.
So for most teenagers, you pass the driving test, you get your license, you get the car keys. Not in the Wallace household. In our house, you had to be certified by the Lenzy R. Wallace School of Driving before we could get the car keys. Didn't matter if the state of Connecticut said you were okay. We actually had to pass extra tests. So the test would be administered by Dad, of course, in the backyard or the back of the Ellington High School where the track was, big open field. We would wait until the worst snowstorm. Before they plowed the track, we'd go back there. Dad would put us behind the wheel, make us accelerate on the icy track, slam the brakes, and of course, the car would go into a major spin, and we'd have to prove that we could get out of that spin with the car and Dad intact. You hit anything, you fail immediately. But on one night, really dark, icy night after a snowstorm in Enfield, those driving lessons saved my life. And really, I think that the lessons were about more than driving. To me, they were about setting the bar really high on anything you do, whether it's driving or anything else in life. So, thanks, Dad.
One of the things that Lenzy has taught me is how to approach home improvement. Now, I know, Lenzy, you don't think I was listening, and I certainly may not have picked up every detail, and well, we know that there were a lot of details. I did come away with an understanding of how to approach every home improvement project. And I think there are three components, Lenzy, and you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong. But first, preparation. Second, safety. Third, cleanup.
He wanted to teach me how to play guitar, but I was too busy banging out home runs in the sand lots that I neglected to take him up on it.
Neither one of my parents were into music, but that's one thing that I think that he has instilled in me.
We always had a lot of jazz in the house, and that's how I got interested in it, most likely.
There we had this bee's nest on the fence in Ellington on Jobs Hill Road. And this bee's nest was about the size of a basketball hoop. Well, Dad decided he couldn't mow the lawn by it, but he decided this bee's nest was not going to beat him. One Friday night in the middle of the summer, he decided that he was going to get this bee's nest. He dressed up on the hottest day in this gray winter jacket, heavy winter jacket, with about 6 layers of clothes underneath. You gotta picture this now. 6 layers of clothes underneath, a hood, about 3 or 4 hats underneath, 4 pairs of gloves, 6 pairs of pants, boots up to his knees, and a scarf around his face so that all you really could see were his eyes, and when he had glasses, so that was the only thing that was exposed. And he decided he was going to go after this bee's nest. So he got his bow and arrow. He took a ton of cloth or material, put it on the end of the bow and arrow, soaked it in bee killer, pesticide, insecticide, or whatever, and was going to go after this bee's nest. Now, don't forget, this is the middle of July. He stepped about, I don't know, 8-10 feet in front of the bee's nest in the middle of the night, let the arrow fly, and went straight into the bee's nest. And it worked. 2 or 3 days later, the bees were gone, they were all dead, and we could take the bee's nest down. And one of the things that Dad said when this was all done was, this was a quote that he used in so many different instances. He'd crow like a rooster and say, "Arr, arr, 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 oh, the cleverness of I," his favorite quote from Peter Pan.
But as I really think this through, the one thing that I know about myself is this kind of uncanny ability to, it's almost like a directional acuity that I've gotten. It's like a bloodhound. I mean, I can actually, go someplace once and know exactly how to get there a second time, even if it doesn't happen right away. I mean, and getting home, no problem. Like a homing pigeon. It's really quite remarkable, actually. And as I've developed this over the years, and again, this ability to go places without maps even, just kind of a sense of where to go, I realized that I did not get that from my father at all. Because you're talking about a man here who probably needs GPS to get out of his own bedroom.
Lenzy was the one that pushed me, so I give my all to Lenzy.
Lenzy! It's Lenzy. It's Lenzy. No, it's Lenzy.
So I did the best that I could, and it's all thanks to Lenzy.
Lenzy! No, Lenzy!
You look in the mirror and you start to realize you're starting to look like your parents and sound like your parents, and I certainly, now when I'm at work, for example, I'll say something like, "Can you go get what's his name and who's he call it?" And we'll all get together and talk about this thing.
I remember one day he was trying to teach one of his friends, Eddie Strong, how to play the piano. And Of course, Lenny and I didn't have anything to do, so we took an elastic band and put some paper on it, and we kind of like were shooting at them. But I just happened to have a good aim, and I shot Lenzy on the side of his face.
I would agitate him till he lost his temper and ran and got after me. But I ran out the door onto the backyard on Martin Street and slammed the door, and he hit the door and broke the window. Naturally, I blamed it on him because I was always the innocent one.
And he chased me all the way down. We had this long hallway. He chased me all the way down the hallway.
I was too fast on my feet.
And sometimes he tried, but most times he couldn't catch me.
For me, it was always, you know, as a kid, whenever you didn't necessarily behave appropriately, it'd be like, I'm gonna knock you in the middle of next week if you don't stop that.
And one of his famous words was, I'm going to slap you in the middle of next week.
You know, I'm gonna slap the taste buds out your mouth.
Someone said it couldn't be done.
But he, with a chuckle, replied
that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so until he tried.
So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it.
He started to sing as he tackled the thing
that couldn't be done, and he did it.
Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it."
But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing he knew, he'd begun it.
With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin,
without any doubting or quit it,
he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure.
There are thousands to point out to you one by one
the dangers that wait to assail you.
But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it.
Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that couldn't be done.
And you'll do it.
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 Thanks, Lenzy, for all the pearls of wisdom that you've given me and many others over the years. Enjoy your 80th birthday. Love you. All the best.
Happy 80th birthday. Love you, Lenzy.
Happy birthday, Uncle Lenzy.
Happy birthday, Uncle Lenzy.
Happy birthday, Uncle Lenzy.
Happy birthday, Uncle Lenzy.
Happy birthday, Dad. Love ya.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Nancy.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
I'm sure that my human would agree that no successful person ever achieved success entirely by themselves. So before I bark off, I just wanted to share with all of you folks a good thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping to make my human the successful guy he is. Goodbye. See you around the block.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
Okay, bloopers, everybody. These are the humans, the top of the intelligent food chain.
Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so. Come on, Lenny. I think he has to go outside. Put him out. You're banished.
Okay. Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he said it with a chuckle replied. That's not right. Can I start over?
Somebody said it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. Stop.
Leave her alone.
All night.
That maybe it couldn't, but he would. Can I start all over?
Yeah.
Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried.
What do you think an 80-year-old person is supposed to do?
They're supposed to be like this. Knit. I think he should knit.
Knit? Someone 80 years old should knit?
For the rest of their life.
Okay, it started out when Mama had this beautiful bouncing baby boy. She looked into his eyes. She knew he was going to be an overachiever, inspirational person. Wait a minute, this is supposed to be about Lenzy, not about me, right? Oh, okay, let me back up.
A little gassier as I get older as well, too. That's some of the things that I know I've gotten from my dad.
And he also taught us that you had to dress to impress. Stop it! He's such a troublemaker. That
We're about to go downstairs.
Is he a grandpa or an uncle?
He's uncle. He's a grandpa to me and uncle to them.
Oh.
And he would show me his college report card, and we would compare notes, and I would say, Lenzy, you have to improve here and there, and he did. Actually, he went on to complete college, and then actually after that he went to get his PhD, and I was there inspiring him.
With the lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin.
Happy birthday, Uncle Lenzy. That was hard!
Well, Dad taught us a lot of things growing up. One of the things he taught us was to persevere. All of Dad's accomplishments and hard work are a result of his perseverance and hard work and dedication. And he also taught us that we needed to show, wait.
Very good.
I can't do this.